parental required. It's our Super Bowl 56 Radio Row brought to you by Johnstone Supply in Troy. Joining us now is former NFL All-Pro left tackle Kyle Turley. Kyle, how are we doing this morning?
I'm doing great. I appreciate you having me.
No, I appreciate you taking some time this morning to talk to our audience. So, I want to get into. I know your time is short, but let me just dive into the questions here.
I'm good.
Before I got into podcasting, I was a sports chaplain, and I dealt with pro athletes on a more human level. Post career, you became an advocate for players in post retirement. What was the motivating factor for you to speak out on behalf of your fellow players?
It was my personal experience. What happened to me was real, and I feel like it can help our community if we apply this. This is something that is very serious. We've got very serious diseases in our community, and we want to keep playing this game, right? I was a kid. I was a fan. I had all the sheets and the curtains and the pillowcases and everything. I want to be able to continue to hand this down to my son. And unfortunately, the way that the league is going, it's not going that direction. We're having these serious issues that are plaguing our community still.
Okay, and off the field in your playing career, you had a number of hobbies, including music. And if I remember correctly, you were also a surfer, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Grew up surfing and skateboarding, Southern California, and just ended up playing football my senior year of high school, and it worked out.
It worked out. Now, amongst those hobbies, you did, like I said, you did music, you did surfing. Yeah, how important is it for the athlete to occasionally take a break from the rigors of their sport?
You got to, you got to take that opportunity in the off season to get away, recharge, and get your mind back. It's a brutal experience during the football season. I mean, in the era that I played, these guys have a lot more protections these days and a lot more ability to recover, and participate in this year-round sport that it is today. You just don't have any time off. You just got to take, a week or two, and that's all you pretty much get. You got to take full advantage of it.
Yeah, and I know a lot of athletes now. I think some of them have not music careers, but they have I think was it Le'Veon Bell has a rap album. Guys play video games. That kind of give them a kind of a break from the action. Is that is a lot different now than it was back when you were playing back in the back in the 2000s?
I don't think so. I mean, the players never change, really. Maybe this era of players, just because they don't have to go through what we had to go through. We fought really hard to get rid of a lot of these things that really hampered our careers and are going to allow these guys to have much longer careers. So, the other interests that they have are pretty much the same as everybody else. We had all those. The team that I was on in Kansas City, Dwayne Bowe is a successful rapper, just unbelievably successful. Tamba Ali has got a platinum selling record in the islands.
Oh, wow.
And, myself, in the country scene, and metal. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a cool thing. You're doing both country and metal, and you have a label called Gridiron Records. What kind of gave you the impetus to start a record label?
Too much money. End of the day, let's start
first world problems.
Exactly. No, that's NFL problems. That ain't first world problems. You get all this money playing these silly games, and then you're a young person, and you want to do all these things you dreamed of when you were a kid, right? I want to start a record label. I want to do this, but I was always serious about music, and it was always a big part of my life. So I did music, while I was playing. So I started a record label while I was playing. I had, friends in the music industry that they needed help. I mean, the music industry is a tough business, and I had some money.
Now, how many instruments do you play? You just play the guitar? I know you play the guitar, but I don't know. Do you play any other instruments than the guitar?
Yeah, I play drums. Play drums. Play guitar and little bass, little keys. Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you play any other styles other than country and metal, or is that your go-to? Or would people be surprised if you just started like playing jazz all of a sudden.
Yeah, no, don't play jazz. Just country and metal.
Okay. Who
Pretty
were your
much.
favorites growing up? Who were your favorites growing up as a
I grew up on
as a guy
old
in
school
California?
country. Grew up on
Okay.
old school country. My dad was a truck driver and a farmer, so we always
Nice.
had the old school country artists on. So I grew up with all the greats of country music you can stereotypically list. Of
Johnny Cash
Johnny
and Earl
Cash, and Merle
Haggard and
Haggard, and then George Strait and all these other
of
guys
course.
that came along, and then the newer eras with Chris Gaines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, oh, who's that guy? Ooh,
Yeah,
he looks a lot like that other guy. What's his name? Garth something?
yeah. What was his name? I'm going with
Yeah.
Chris Gaines.
Played baseball,
Yeah. So, and there was that. And then, grew up in Southern California when we moved there when I was 10. And
Mm-hmm.
so growing up in Southern California in the music era of punk rock, metal, everything just exploded in
Yep.
Southern California in the late 80s, early 90s. And I was there for it. It was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. When you were a player, who were your go-tos pregame? We're trying to get in a mindset, because offensive tackle is a tough position to play. You gotta be hard as nails to play a position. What got you in the mood? What got you? What kind of switched your? When you put your headphones on, what music were you typically listening to get you in that? I gotta get ready to go mode.
Sure. Yeah. Going to the games, you just listen to your playlist. But pregame, before every game, from college to the NFL, when I was in high school, they started, all these big heavy metal tours, and I became a huge fan of Slayer.
Okay.
So I just loved the sound that came out of their music, and how awesome it was to participate in listening to those guys, and going to shows and things like that, getting in mosh pits. It was just, it was football. So when I was playing football all through college, all through the NFL, it was Slayer, and my ultimate song became Seasons in the Abyss. It's a very good song. It builds slow and it rises, and by the time you run out of the locker room, you're ready to just go destroy everything.
Yeah. Now, which was more fun, pancaking a defensive lineman, or getting in the mosh pit at a concert?
More apps on the NFL field. There's nothing like any of it, man. You could try to replicate it in the real world. It just doesn't happen.
Now, I got one more question for you, and I'll let you go. I know you're
All
a
good.
proponent of CBD. You founded Neuro Armor in 2017, and Neuro Armor is a CBD based athletic supplement. What are the benefits for athletes to take CBD, and do you hope CBD will be the future of supplementation for athletes?
Well, it should be. We have this number one regulatory system in our human body that the medical community continues to deny us the opportunity to really understand. And through cannabis, you can understand that. It's a plant that speaks to that system in your body like nothing else. It's cannabinoid based. And so until we get these pharmaceutical companies out here, we've got to stay on this plant. These pharmaceutical companies aren't seeming to be interested in finding solutions to, illness and injury. And I found that I could replace every pharmaceutical with cannabis. And so with that, and over 8 years of having that experience to where I'm opiate free, not one aspirin or leave for 8 years. And I've started companies, I'm still playing music, all these things are, going on in my life that it shouldn't be, right? We've got a very serious problem in our community. And by all accounts, everybody would probably bet that I would have been dead a long time ago, because of this issues that I dealt with cognitively, and the way that this game, is played. I played it at that level, to where, all these players' brains being opened up and discovered that they got this CTE that's just off the charts. I'm living with that. And, I've had enough testing to understand that cannabis is the answer.
All right. Now, where can people find your product if they want to try it out, just to find out what it's like to take some sort of supplement, whether it be for anything topical, like if you want to rub it on your knees, your shoulders, your elbows, any kind of joint pain, or if they just want to try it out for if that benefits them as an athlete, where can they go find it?
Well, you mentioned my CBD company, NeuroXPF. You can go to
Mhm.
neuroxpf.com. You can order it to all 50 states, right to your doorstep. Send it to your grandma. Send it to anybody that needs it, and tell them to take it daily. We've got gel caps that are dosable. Gummies are
Mhm.
dosable. These things carry an exact dose of cannabinoids, and it's just CBD. So you get to experience that. We have the tinctures and all those other things. But if you really want to understand what cannabis is at the base level, you start with CBD. Go to neuroxpf.com and order a bottle of our gel caps, 25 milligrams or 50 milligrams, and take one every day for a week. You'll
Mhm.
understand clearly and quickly what this could do for you. And then I started another company with Jim McMahon and Eben Britton called Revenant.
Yeah.
We've
Mhm.
got a brand that's all over the state of California, in all as many shops as we're in right now. We're going to be in double that here rapidly, as fast as the brand is growing. And it's what we're trying to give back in the full plant opportunity, from smokables to edibles to everything that you can possibly try. We're trying to do it the best that you can get, so that you want to have that experience. You can understand what indica is, what sativa is, and
Mhm.
how this plant really operates, because it's much more complex than they want you to understand.
All right. Now, Kyle, if the people want to find you, interact with you somehow, where can they find you? Where can they find Neuro XPF? Like, where can they find them on the social media channels?
Yeah, just punch in those names, NeuroXPF or revenantmj.com is the full plant site. So neuroxpf.com, revenantmj.com, and then go to social media and check out all those. Look, punch in my name, punch in Jim McMahon's name, Eben Britton. We've teamed up on this. Your cat needs it. We just came out with our pet line. Neuropause is out. Order a bottle of our animal treats that your cat's gonna love, and these things are happening out here. To all mammals that have a cannabinoid system.
All right. Kyle Turley, thanks so much for your time. I do appreciate you joining me for a little bit on No Commercials Required, and enjoy the rest of your day.
You got it, man. I appreciate the opportunity. Thanks so much. Go Rams.